Number 254539 SM. We're here for an arraignment. Mr. Maxwell, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
The information contained on the back of that, is that accurate?
Yes.
You did not fill in a telephone number. Do you have one?
Yeah.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office?
Yes, sir.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about October 11th, 2025, in the city of Cadillac, Wexford County, you committed the offense of stalking. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail and or a fine of $1,000 and up to 5 years of probation. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes, sir.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process, and if you could not afford one, one would be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
I'd like to request the appointment of an attorney, please.
And what is your current source of income?
Social Security supplemental.
The court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney. Will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and will set the matter for a pretrial. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing in a future court appointment, the seriousness of the offense charged, and the threat that you pose to the public. Historically, counsel, I showed an 05, a UDAA, and an attempted UDAA, 08, OWI, driving the license suspended, 05, a driving the license suspended second. Looks like there is a use under 7411. In 15, there's an open intox in refusal to obey police. And in 06, a MIP. Any comment regarding bond, Mr. Harrison?
Well, Your Honor, yes, a couple of things. Mr. Maxwell is working closely with CMH and is affiliated with Club Cadillac. Amy from CMH is with him today. So he's not going anywhere. He's not a flight risk. We believe this is in the area of a dispute with a neighbor. Obviously, we take this matter seriously as we do every case. However, I don't believe it poses any threat to society as a whole, particularly in light of what is anticipated. The court will enter a no contact order with the alleged victim and complainant in this case. We don't even know his full name, for example. So there's no issue with him on a PR bond. He has criminal history, but it was years ago. And the vast majority, if I'm understanding it correctly, will not be scored because of a 10-year gap. So it's that ancient. Thank you.
It's a misdemeanor, so it wouldn't be scored anyways.
Right.
Okay. Ms. Lawrence?
Thank you. Given the nature of the charges, I would ask for a no contact order with the victim. I'm also going to ask for a no harassing or intimidating behavior condition as well. I will be bound up in court. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Maxwell, you appear today. Is there anything that's going to stop you from appearing in the future?
No.
All right. I will release or allow you to remain out on your personal recognizance, which is your promise to come back to court with the following conditions: that you appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. I am going to order that you not have any contact with Robert Martin. No contact means no contact of any kind, not by phone, text, email, social media, anybody acting on your behalf. I'm also going to order that you not purchase or possess any firearms or weapons, not act in any threatening, intimidating, or harassing behavior. And also, I'm going to order that you remain compliant with CMH. This charge does require that you have your fingerprints taken. I have signed a fingerprint order. You'll need to get a copy of that order at the front window where you checked in. Make arrangements with with the City of Cadillac Police Department. Is that right? It should be Wexford County. Make arrangements with the Wexford County Sheriff's Department. You have to have an appointment. You can't just stop in and get those fingerprints taken. Also, as a condition of your bond, I'm going to order that you had those prints taken by November 25th.
Okay.
You can go out to the front window where you checked in, get your next court date. You'll have some paperwork to fill out for the defender's office. and get that fingerprint order.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Our next call is the people of the state of Michigan versus Hunter James Schmaker. This is case number 254626ST. Mr. Schmaker, did you read and sign this advice of rights form? I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
The information contained on the back, is that accurate? Did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about October 31st, 2025 in Herring Township of Wexford County, it is alleged that you committed the offense of motor vehicle operating without security or insurance. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail and or a fine of not less than $200 nor more than $500. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process. And if you could not afford one to be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
So,
Today, you have a couple options available to you. One is if you plead not guilty, we would set the matter for a pretrial, which would give you the opportunity to meet with somebody from the prosecutor's office, and maybe time to correct the issue that brings you to court and see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial or a guilty plea. The other is to plead guilty as charged. The 1 year misdemeanor would then enter on your record and we would sentence today. So my question to you is, to the allegation, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
not guilty.
All right, we will enter the not guilty plea. We'll set the matter for a pretrial. And that brings us to bond. Ms. Lawrence, any objection to the personal recognizance bond?
I apologize, Your Honor, this is actually Ms. Dole's case.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Dahl, any objection to a personal recognizance bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Schmaker, the court will authorize the personal recognizance bond, which is your promise to come back to court under the following conditions. You appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. Additionally, the crime that you've been charged with does require that your fingerprints to be taken. So I have signed a fingerprint order. You'll need to contact the Wexford County Sheriff's Department to get those prints taken. And as a condition of your bond, I'm going to order that they be taken by November 25th. You can go out to the front window where you checked in, get your next court date, and that fingerprint order. All right, thank you. Number 254627ST. We're here for an arraignment. Ms. Winrich, did you read and sign this advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
The information that you filled out on the back, the contact information, is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office today?
Yes, I did.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about November 1st, 2025 in Herring Township of Wexford County, it is alleged that you committed the offense of driving while your license was suspended, denied, or revoked. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or a fine of $500. Counsel, on behalf of the people, I'm not sure who has it, but the complaint does not list the penalty. So,
Get that amended, Your Honor.
thank you. Ms. Winrich, do you understand those charges and the potential
sir.
penalties? You do have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process, and if you could not afford one would be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. So my question to you today is, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
Defend myself.
All right.
That's what I want to
That's
say.
good. All right, the court will enter that. So my question to you, my next question to you is, or statement to you is, you have a couple of options today. One is to plead guilty as charged. If you pled guilty as charged, the 93-day misdemeanor would enter on your record and we would sentence today. The other option is to plead not guilty. If you did that, we would set the matter for a pretrial, which would maybe give you some time to correct the issue and to have a conversation with the prosecutor's office to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of entering a guilty plea or going to trial. Do you understand those two options?
Yes, sir.
So then to the allegation, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Guilty?
Yeah.
All right, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plea today?
No,
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
no,
And is it your own free choice to plead today?
yes, sir.
Now, do you understand that you have a right to a jury trial and that by entering a guilty plea today, you'll be giving up that right and you won't have a trial of any kind?
Yes, sir, I understand.
On behalf of the people, is anyone aware of any promises, threats, inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
Then, Ms. Winrich, to the allegation that on or about November 1st, 2025 in Herring Township of Wexford County, how do you plead to operating while your license is suspended, denied, or revoked?
Guilty.
In order to accept that plea, I must have you tell me what it is that makes you guilty. So back on November 1st, were you operating a motor vehicle in Herring Township?
Yes, sir.
And were you stopped by the police?
Yes,
And had your license been suspended, denied, or revoked?
it's been suspended since '98. I've been trying to get it back over the years. It's been a long process of trying to get it back. I just gotta buckle down and do it.
Ms. Dahl, do you believe that defendants provided a factual basis to accept the plea and the court rules been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor.
As does the court. I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. Ms. Winrich, I find you guilty of driving while your license was suspended, denied, or revoked. Ms. Dahl, any allocution?
Your Honor, I just ask that no probation or jail be imposed in this case and just the normal fines and costs.
Thank you. Ms. Winrich, you do have the right to address the court prior to sentencing. Is there anything you'd like me to know?
No, that I've just been working on it. I'm still trying and I shouldn't have been driving that day. Usually I have my daughter-in-law driving me around. But she wasn't available, so I had to pay bills and go shopping.
Do you know what you have to do in order to get your license back?
Yes,
What is that?
2 years ago when we started, I had to get 6 letters from friends, which took me almost 5 months. Believe it or not, it took me 5 months. But after I got that, then I have to go and show that for 2 years, I've been in some kind of process of AA. And see, I didn't know because when I had completed my probation and I completed everything that I did in '98, and then went back in 2001, paid $350 to see the judge, the Secretary of State judge in Grayling. And he denied me because I didn't lie to him and tell him I didn't refrain from alcohol, but I didn't have a license and I was on probation. So I didn't think that he denied me. So it's been a long process of getting back to that point. And I didn't have a vehicle for years. And so I got a vehicle, got it registered with the intent of getting my license back in the process. And I haven't made it to that point completing everything.
Okay. Well, this will probably set you back a year,
Oh,
just
boy.
so you're aware of that. I can't promise that, but that's been my experience.
Okay,
I will keep fines and costs to a minimum. There is a $75 Crime Victims' Rights Fund fee, $50 state minimum fee. I'll waive the court fines and costs. Ms. Winrich, any balance that remains unpaid for more than 56 days will have a 20% penalty assessed to that.
okay,
You can go out to the front window where you checked in, get a copy of your judgment, make a payment if you're able to. If not, get set up on a payment plan.
okay,
And then this charge does require your fingerprints to be taken, so I have signed that fingerprint order.
okay,
You'll need to go get a copy of that at the front window, contact the Wexford County Sheriff's Office and make arrangements to have those prints taken.
okay,
If you don't do that, your criminal history won't be complete, so it'll just show that this charge is out there forever until you get
so I
fingerprinted.
call and make an appointment to go there.
Yes.
To get them.
All right, do you have any other questions?
No, that's
All right.
it. Thank you. so
Thank you.
much.
Good luck.